And I know this, like, when it comes to, like, the African and Caribbean countries, of course, like, the melanated gods are viewed as gods, right? But when it comes to, like, USA and European media, of course, the melanated gods are viewed as fools and all that shit. It's crazy how it be, man. It's crazy how it be. And that's the reason why I hope a lot of the African and Caribbean countries, like, continue to create more melanated super characters.
And I was just saying in my video today, like during the crash or after the crash, the people who are going to be the ones thriving the most out of the system in the new system is not going to be Americans, bro. It's going to be people like us, but I'm talking about as a whole. The people in Africa, those islands, in the Caribbeans, people in South America, for the people who survived, they're already living basic, minimalistic lives. A lot of them still don't have basic needs, cables. So when the system crash, it ain't gonna really change your life at all. It's us in America who is gonna be going from a life of luxury and a life of waste and everything to nothing. This country's gonna flip upside down, bro. It's gonna be a dangerous place, man. So yeah, it's gotta hunker down and really gotta protect ourselves, bro.
Hey, you know what's interesting? There's a reason why a lot of individuals be taking visits to countries like Jamaica or countries like out in the Middle Eastern countries and all that. Because why? I mean, a lot of people have found out that Jamaica is more advanced than USA, Canada, and any westernized country. A lot of people that have been living in Western countries and all that, they literally go visit these Caribbean, Middle East, Asian, African countries because a lot of people have found out, especially these OnlyFans people, they found out that the Asian, Middle East, Caribbeans, and African countries way more advanced than any Western country on everything you could think of. That's why people say, man, I don't want to leave Jamaica, man.
Yeah, bro. We're AI. I mean, that's the best way to put it, I guess. Like, we're literally fucking walking AI in these westernized countries. And it's only getting worse with vaccines. And I just seen a video with them trying to push the chips more. New York is releasing robot dogs, and they're gonna be like robot police patrolling and shit. Yeah, we're literally like AI over here, bro. You don't have to use your brain in America. You got GPS, you got your phone, you got the internet. Like, you literally don't have to use your brain in America. The news tells you what to do and think. I guess that's a great topic. I'm gonna have to talk about that. Literally, in America, you don't have to use your brain. That's gonna be. I guess I'm about to talk about that. I mean, you don't. You don't have to use your brain here. I mean, if you don't, you're gonna suffer. But you don't. You can live your life in America and not use your brain, and you can coast.
Oh yeah, we could talk about that, John, right now, about how in countries like USA, Canada, United Kingdom, it's basically artificial intelligent countries, based on European influences. So yeah, like, it's a reason why so many sleep matrix people that don't have soulful vibrational consciousness, intelligence of intuition in the countries of USA, Canada, and United Kingdom. That's deep, man, because like people in the African, Asian, Middle East, and Caribbean countries think with their brain. Now, as far as countries like United Arab, for one, that's like the only Middle East country where individuals don't really use their brain because it got the word united in it. So to start this video collab topic, now, when it comes to countries that have united in it, like United Kingdom, United Arab, or United States of America, countries with the name United are basically like have a lot of soulless, vibrational, sleepwalking people who can't think for themselves. This is very factual for real, man. Like when you think of college students in USA, for example, they have that slave mind way of thinking. They think just like a slave owner. Like they don't have no intuitional spiritual intelligence that connects to father and mother nature. Like you talk to a college girl in USA, right? It's a college girl in Louisiana, college girl in Idaho, whatever. She's not gonna think like a celestial, melanated, multiverse spiritual being. She's gonna think like a bot.
Yeah, I agree, bro. Straight AI, just straight program. Like, these people have just been taught to remember. They can remember 1 + 1 is 2. But if you deviate from that, what they've remembered, their brain melts. Like, that's all this system has done. Definitely in these countries, like you said, the United countries, and then Canada, Australia. Like, it's just straight memory, straight brainwashing. And anything outside of what they've memorized, they struggle. And when we're talking about common sense, they struggle. Common sense is not common anymore. That's something you cannot teach. Common sense is just something you have or you don't. And this system has just completely destroyed the brains of our people, bro.
Like, let's say, for example, let's say you talk to some college girls at the University of UCF or Kentucky, Louisville, or ULM, LSU, any college in USA. You tell these college girls about, do you know the spirituality essence of Ankh life of the African and the Caribbean regions on planet Earth? They teach you that you are gods and goddesses, and there is no religion gods outside of you. And these college girls in USA, they are so indoctrinated by the so-called fraternity, European Christianity, religions, and all this stuff, and all this fake spirituality. They gonna look at the spiritually intelligent guys as crazy, and these college girls will be looking dumbfounded and have a blank look on their face because they can't resonate with soulful vibrational gods of melanated Ankh life multiverse.
And us melanated people, definitely in America, have gotten it the worst. We have been attacked the worst. That's why we're the most obese. That's why we're literally, they have us acting like complete animals, have us acting like wild beasts out here now. And I just know that that's not how we are. But I mean, it's hard to fault the people, but I mean, there's a lot of information, there's a lot of knowledge out here. We just need our people to wake up and get back on track, and to get into the alignment like me and you, and stop proving these, like you say, these slave owner vampire. You be making me laugh, making the slave owner, yeah, making them like, stop proving them right by like how they stereotype us and how the system portray us. We need to be portrayed as golden gods, primordial deities. Yeah, you spitting facts, bro. That's why I received the most pushback. It's not because of my raw content and how I talk. The thing that people cannot get over is the fact that I'm calling myself a god. That is what people like question the most, or will message me about. Oh, you're not a god. Or girls will even like, do you really think you're a god? I'm like, what you're thinking of a god and what I think are two different things. Like, there's a disconnect on what you think a god is and what I think a god is. So that's where the issue is. Their version of God is the brainwashed version. So they're looking at it from a completely different lens. So yeah, I agree with you. And until the system crash, that's not going to change, because these people really think this fake Jesus and this fake God really does exist. And he's done absolutely nothing for them.
Like literally, right? This is the spirituality of melanated people known as the Ankh life, right? The all-seeing mind, heart, and soul eye of melanated intelligence, of intuitional, spiritual, logical, and emotional intelligence of father and mother nature, multiverse excellence, right? You see, that type of information right there is not taught in these colleges in USA, for example, or United Kingdom, or Canada, or any Western country, man, or Australia, because any Western country that's based on European people's influence is to destroy melanated people's identity, because the Europeans, they wanted, the European Freemasons, they wanted melanated people to act like them, when the European Freemasons were the wild goons and all that shit, while we melanated people was the chill ones, the chill gods. You know, out in the African, the Caribbean countries, when it comes to these melanated nationality people, for example, melanated people that grew up in the African and Caribbean countries know that they are gods and goddesses, right? But melanated people who grew up in Canada, USA, and United Kingdom, you know, they kept putting so much indoctrinated faith into the European slave owners, Jesus and Jehovah and all this other bullshit, right? You know, and just being like sad followers to the European Freemason energy vampires teachings, right? Because look, man, I tell you this, like, we all know that the Jesus and Jehovah person has not put an end to no evil slavery with the evil money system and all that. We know that. Also, when it comes to melanated people who don't know who they are out in USA, Canada, and United Kingdom, if you was to tell them that the Christianity symbol represents man and man, and the Ankh represents man and woman, and the Christianity symbol represents death, and the Ankh life symbol represents life, eternal life, these melanated people that grew up in USA, including the melanated family members who got brainwashed and got whipped in slavery to believe in that Jesus Christ thing, and you tell them that Jesus Christ symbol of Christianity represents death in USA, in Canada, and United Kingdom, those sleep melanated people out in those Western countries are going to be looking at you like you're crazy, but they're the crazy ones putting faith into a imaginary friend that's so fiction never existed. But out in Nigeria, Senegal, Ghana, all the African and Caribbean countries that put their faith in intuitional intelligence of self, you know, connecting with Ifa and Olodumare spirituality, which deals with the multiverse, deals with the intuition, all seeing mind, heart, and soul, eye, intelligence of science, to connect with these multiverses. The melanated people who grew up in the African and the Caribbean countries know better. You know, when we think about the melanated people out in USA and all these Western countries, they don't know any better. All the melanated people in USA just know is to put faith in some fake spiritualities taught by the slave owners, and, you know, act like goons. Especially these females that are feminists in USA, in Canada, United Kingdom.
You're right. Now they got us freaking in uniforms just like them, beating on our own people, you know, and yeah, they literally, like you said, they got us acting like them. Then they flip the switch, flip the script, and say that we're the beasts and we're the animals. When in reality, we're just like mocking them, basically. But yeah, it's just a whole clusterfuck, brainwashing, just a huge mess, bro. We can't undo it, bro. And the only way to fix this shit is to wipe it clean and start fresh. There is no other solution, bro. It's just we're too deep in this shit. All we can do is restart. Turn the game off and turn that shit back on. Turn the game off, wipe the memory card, and we starting back from the beginning. That's the only option.
Also, let's tell you this too. You know, melanated people who grew up in USA, Canada, and United Kingdom, for example, they always take heed to what a European slave master says. But you look at those melanated people in the African and Caribbean countries, they don't take heed to what a European slave master says. They be like, man, get on with that bullshit. But the melanated people who grew up out in USA, Canada, United Kingdom, they always take heed to what a European person says and don't go against it and follow like a sheep. It's crazy, man. You know, USA, Canada, United Kingdom countries that fucked over my African and Caribbean lineage, I never have respect for USA. I never have respect for that European culturized country.
Yeah, it's shit's real, bro. A lot of these people, even our own people, will fight and try to kill us over this shit, bro. I get that energy. Like they really think that shit's real, bro, and they will attack you, and they will. That's why I know when this shit fully collapses and everything's revealed, a lot of people are gonna get violent, bro. They're gonna have no reason to live for. There's no money. There's no jobs. There's no God. There's no Jesus. Why do they have to live? It's been a lie. They're gonna feel betrayed, and violence is gonna be through the roof, bro. It's gonna be so chaotic. It was already violent now. How much more violent is it gonna be when most people have nothing to live for? What do they have to live for? Nothing in their mind. Bro, it's like our people are scared of them, bro. That's how I view it. It's like our people are legit scared of these white people, bro. They're scared of the system. They're scared of the authority. Legit. There's black on black violence, but we don't really attack white people. We're not out here attacking cops and stuff. If anything, we just attack ourselves. But when it comes to them, and when we try to expose what they do, oh no, no, turn the cheek, be nice, show love. It's like they try to hush it up. Like, no, bro, we not hushing this shit up no more. We're gonna expose them. These people are fucking, not all of them, but over time and throughout history, they've been evil. They've done a lot of stuff. They've done a lot of lab experimentations, getting our organs, our blood, and all this stuff, bruh. So no more hush hush, and we have no reason to be scared of them. We are above them. This is our planet, bruh. I just think it comes out of the natural positions that these people have. The principle. You fear the principal. You fear the teacher. You fear the police. You fear the military. It's like you do something wrong, you're going to get disciplined. You fear your boss. You do something wrong, you're going to get fired. You fear, all these fake titles. You fear the tax people. You don't pay your taxes. They're going to hit you with some fucking audit. You don't do this. There's repercussions from these titles that aren't even real. So that's why this shit has to go. We have no reason to fear these people, bro. If anything, now that the sun is hot and we out here leveling up, the roles are reversing. Now it's time for them to fear us, because it's only going to get worse for them. So good game. It's our time.
It's all facts, man. Like, the money and job titles have a lot of the woke religious people operate out of fear. Like, all these people who be like, praise to Allah, praise to Jesus and all that, they give all these religious people give all that praise to the Jesus and Allah person when they get money come through, right? But they don't realize they had to like work at these corporate jobs to get all that money. They had to, these religious people had to work these corporate jobs slaving away for money, but the Jesus and Allah person didn't give it to them. Yeah, we're gonna go real deep on this topic, man. Stay tuned.